What's your age?
19.
29. I like them young.
Hello everybody, welcome back. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a couple of days ago. This is exactly what she said. Do you know that most women will be in much more happier relationships if they dated older guys? She said the older men are more matured, they know what they're doing, they've been there, they've done that. So when they are like into you, they are like really into you. I was like, really? Is that the case? It gave me an idea for a video. Okay. Let's find out why these older guys like younger women.
What's your age?
19.
29. I like them young.
How does a 10-year age gap relationship work?
That's the perfect age gap for a relationship.
Why?
Well, see, when they're 19, you can train them. You can train them, you know. They're very young, so, you know, you can influence them and train them to be the perfect woman for you.
You feel like that's true?
Yes.
Do you feel like your boyfriend is misogynistic?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with our relationship. It has worked for us. Like, guys my age are not, like, mature enough.
And would guys your age be able to provide the same things that he provides for you right now?
Of course not.
Why go 19 as opposed to 29 or 35?
She's a young sweetheart, you know, what can I say?
Okay, so what's the latest you want to have kids?
5 years to now, like, yes.
Yeah, you know, biology gives women up to about the age of 27. So I say we got about 8 years in it, you know. So
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You let a man speak long enough, he'll tell you everything you need to know. Are they looking for somebody who's emotionally intelligent, someone who is their equal, someone who they can have deep conversations with? No, he's looking for somebody her age. The first thing out of his mouth was, I like them young. Not I like her, I happen to fall in love with her, she's different, she's special, I like them young. Meaning that the only prerequisite to be with a man like that is your age. Forget how you are and who you are, is your age and are you trainable? He's looking for somebody that he can train. You know why he could do that? Because at 19, she laughed when he said that. She's so young and so naive, she doesn't realize these two men are not laughing with her, they're laughing at her. And then when he asked, is your man misogynistic? She laughs and says, no, we have a great relationship. Poor thing don't even know what that means. She's so young, she doesn't realize they're having a side conversation right in front of her. And then what happens when 19 gets too old? When the 19-year-old turns 29? He's going to look for another 19-year-old because he already told you, I like him young. A couple of months ago, I did a video about this man. He was doing a podcast. He was blindfolded at the time. And the woman he was interviewing said she was 18 years old. And the way he reached out to try to touch her, he couldn't even see her. The age turned him on.
What's your age?
I'm 18.
Now we're talking.
How old are you?
Don't worry about it, you know.
No, that's not fair.
Okay, well, I just turned 29, but I love teenagers. 18-year-old ones, they're like, hey, let's watch Death Note. You have a car? You know, it's so much harder when it's like fresh.
This is predatory to me. Like, that woman could have been like 17 just last week. She would have been a minor just last week. And here you are reaching out to touch her because she just turned 18. It's like, it's gross to me. I feel like the kind of man that pursues women or young girls that are barely legal are the kind that know that there's something wrong with them that a woman their own age would easily suss out. A woman their own age would easily look at them and be like, you really don't have much going on for yourself. It's easy to impress somebody who was a literal child just a couple of years ago, like a year or two ago. It's so easy. Like the man said, they're so impressed by everything. It's because you want a woman whose standards that you can actually meet. And a woman your own age would want more from you. And you know that.
The harsh truth about why men prefer dating younger women. A lot of women do not want to accept this reality, but men at our nature, we prefer to show the world to a woman and have new experiences with a woman. The older a woman is, the more likely that she's already been through some experiences that most men would like to share with a woman. This is who men are. And the worst thing a man wants is to have to experience a woman that is not so new to him. She has seen it all and done it all. This is why men and women are judged differently based on our value. A man's value increases the older he gets, the more mature he gets, the more experience he has. But men don't value that in women. The sooner women accept that and embrace that reality, then they will have better success with men in dating.
I work in finance in a male-dominated industry, and I'm going to tell you why older guys date younger women. I have all these guys around me that I see doing that, and I asked 100 men, whether they're doing that now or not. I asked 100 men, why do you date younger women? And while I understand 100 may not be that huge of a pool, if every single one of them is saying the same thing, I think is pretty legit. So initially, I thought that they were dating younger women because younger women were prettier. But I came to understand that no, there are plenty of older women that will give a younger girl a run for her money, right? Very pretty older women out there. Looks has nothing to do with it. Every single guy, every single one, told me that the reason that they like dating younger women is because they're easier to deal with. And I was like, what does that mean, easier to deal with? And they said, well, she doesn't challenge me. It's not always a back and forth, back and forth. I just tell her something and it just is. And life is just much easier that way without someone always challenging you and asking you questions. Translation, younger women are more gullible. And if you're a younger woman, this is not a knock on you. I was gullible when I was younger too, when I was in my 20s and 30s. But older women are no longer gullible. You know why? Because we have experience in dating. We have seen all the BS, we have seen all the games, and we can see right through it. Our BS meter is on point. And when a guy tries to BS us, we call him out, right? Because we know that's not true. However, if you're younger, you don't have the same experience, you're not gonna do that. So older women understand that the reason that you are not being chosen has nothing to do with your looks or your age. It has to do with they think you're too smart. And younger women, please stop dating these old ass dudes, because one of the main reasons they wanna be with you is because they think you're too gullible and you deserve better.
Do women understand why men prefer to date younger women?
I thought about this one because I was a younger woman who dated older men. I've been there, done that. And why do I think they dated me is what I ask myself when you ask this question, because I was young, I was naive, I looked great. I looked amazing. I didn't know a lot. I was just kind of down for whatever.
And I think those are key things that you just said. You didn't know a lot. You were impressionable. You were down for it forever because you didn't know no better. And I think that type of mentality is easier to mold into a wife.
Yeah, well, I get that. Like, yeah, I was impressionable. I was young, and like I had a boyfriend that like wanted to mold me into whatever, and I was like with it, but then I got resentful because I felt like they owned me.
I'm saying to you, like, as a fact, without going into too much detail to try and incriminate my rascal at life, a younger girl's head game is different to an older girl's head game because she can go on the internet and find 6 million ways of how to make a head game better. These old women, I don't even like doing that. Because you're stuck in your ways. You met man and they didn't put nothing in your mouth. Young gal, she's growing up with it in her head. If I don't do this, man ain't even gonna want me. Right. So
any guy who goes after a girl significantly younger than them is severely lacking in their life. And I mean that confidence wise, I mean, like, they are falling short in so many places that is the only place they can turn to feel like they have something on the scale of power.
And ultimately it's predatory. I mean, there's just no way to because you're manipulating someone who is not aware of what they're giving you.
Yeah.
The real reason why men date younger women is not because of their physical appearance, their bodies. No, because today with plastic surgery and everything else, you barely know who is 40 and who is 18. Guys date younger women because they're easily manipulated. They're gonna be very happy with a few crumbs because maybe they didn't experience much in the world. They're gonna be just easily impressed. And it's way cheaper to date a younger girl.
A younger woman is gonna be more open to new things. Like I said, a younger woman is gonna be more impressionable. I mean, I've never met a man that is like, yo, I prefer my woman to have 10 plus years of experiences of dealing with other.
Are you in a relationship right now?
No.
Why do you think you haven't found her?
So to be honest with you, right now it's financial capacity. There's a woman that I want to meet that I am not able to access because of finance.
Can it be argued that since you know you aren't at that space to find that woman that you really want, that the women you're currently messing with, that you really don't have serious intentions on being with, you're creating those negative experiences you said you don't want for yourself?
They're in practice. Just because I am casually dating does not mean these women are having negative experience.
How? Please. When people, but see, let me tell you, we can feel like we're casually dating, but that younger woman may have a different opinion about what you're doing.
Especially if you hit her with the program.
Because she's young and impressionable. You said that, you don't want a woman that's been through a lot of this, that, and other, but you gonna be one of the niggas that she going through.
But a very surface level is, I don't want her to have 10 years of experience because I want to be the first bad experience.
Exactly.
Are older guys better than younger men? Well, the clips speak for themselves. Most of these guys are predators. True. Okay, but with my friend, she's been in a healthy relationship. I mean, he knows what to do. He's a provider. He knows that he wants a woman in his life. He knows how to treat a woman better. And their age gap is not insane, okay? She's 30-something. He's almost 50, okay? Let's leave it there. But with everything that I have seen, I feel like older guys that go after, like, very young, like 20s, 19s, 18s, I feel like there's a question mark there, okay? The guy at the end with tonight's conversations, the guy who was saying that because his finances was not great at the time, I was like, like he can't afford the kind of women he wants now, right? And that's why he likes younger women, because younger women are easier to impress, okay? They'll take whatever you give them. They haven't had like a lot of experiences in life and everything is cool to them. They just want to be around you and so on and so forth. But so what happens when you make money? Are you going to leave her? And I'm glad that Ace metaphor at the end of it, he was like, do you realize that this is what you're creating? Because you're going after all these younger women, selling them a dream that you know for a fact that you're not going to follow through with. And then you end up creating women with traumas. And then you're complaining about those said women, being like too hard to deal with, and so the cycle continues. Okay, it tells you a lot about those type of guys. And then there are the older guys who go for women who are of reasonable age. They go for like 30s, 35s, late 30s, early 40s. It could be 10 years age gap, but they are both older. Do you understand me? So I feel like if that's the case, then it makes sense. But then again, let's treat everybody on an individual basis, because we can't generalize. We can't say all older guys are bad people. Some older guys, questionable. And then some of them, they know what they are doing, okay? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.